a great place to be. Are you in the locker room, like you giving like the Any Given Sunday inches Al Pacino speech? Are we there yet?
Oh yeah, I think we've been there. We're gonna have a long talk with Rob today about the 99-199 issue from last week. Like I just don't get how he is still employed. We gotta talk to ownership about that one.
The Smiley Show, only on SportsGrid.
They're also showing a little bit more propensity to take the pull-up jumper, which I think is important for them. Aiden Holloway's been better. Brant Nelson's staying out of foul trouble. Clifford Murray is attacking the offensive boards and being the defensive threat that they need. If Alabama can defend, and they make a run, and they win the SEC tournament, I think they're the fourth number one seed.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
That is also value to be the best player on the best team. To me, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. There is no doubt about it.
The Nuggets probably going to finish, second overall in the conference here, and it's not going to get him the MVP. We'll see how it is down the stretch, and I assume this is going to tighten up, but barring a huge drop-off for OKC as a team, not just SGA, you could probably pencil him in for 30 tonight.
The early line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Let's roll. This is SportsRage. I am Gabriel Morency. The pits, the players, the hustlers, the people, the bust up, and everybody else in between. Let's do this thing. The Monday Night Meltdown has begun. SportsGrid Radio and Television Network, Sirius XM Channel 159, and many more outlets, platforms, networks, apps, and everything else in between. Let's do this thing. Have a lot of stuff to break down tonight. Major League Baseball, the regular season sort of already began last week in Tokyo, but we're getting ready to do it again for real this Thursday. Major League Baseball opening day. We break it down tonight. We take a look at Major League Baseball futures, the TGL, the Golf League, the Indoor Golf League. And it really is amazing. I'm watching it right now, how when they just show the shots of the green and sometimes like the ball flying, you forget that it's like not real. Like it really is realistic. You got to give them credit. People wonder, well, simulating, how good will a simulator be? Pretty damn good. And the greens are pretty cool, too. And this stuff really does just come down to putting. So it's Atlanta and New York. New York wasn't expected to make it. People, they didn't have a great season, but they ended up upsetting L.A., and here they are right now into the finals. It's a best of 2 or 3. So they're playing tonight and they're playing tomorrow. And if they need to play 2 matches tomorrow, they're going to play 2 matches tomorrow. So we warn people. It's a little bit confusing, I think, for people for betting purposes. And some of the sports books didn't make it as clear as it should have been as far as, is it just tonight? Oh, no, you can bet on tonight's game or you can bet on, who's going to win outright. We decided to pull the trigger just on the outright. So we got to win 2 of the next 3 matches. We took Atlanta to win the TGL, and we're actually watching it right now. It's pretty interesting. It's been good. It's a little drawn out, and we'll get into it later, what they can do to tighten things up for the TGL next year, but the TGL has been a smashing success. There's no disputing it. It's done better than they thought it was going to do even. People have embraced it. People like it. People are betting on it. Now, okay, it's year 1. How can you make it better? Right? How can you improve it? And I'll tell you one thing they can do to improve it is cut out the introductions and all this stuff. We don't need to see a bunch of boring golfers walk out of a tunnel and wave to everybody. So it's 13 minutes gone. Boom. You want to save time? There it is. All right. I just saved you. I just saved you 13 minutes. There's too much fluff around it. Just start the when it starts, just start it. Introduce the players. They're already there. Hey, boom, let's start. Boom, and you're off and running. It could take 3 minutes, not 13. But we'll get into that. Sweet 16. We're down to the Sweet 16. And we got some really good matchups resuming, obviously, on Thursday night. BYU and Bama are the first ones. Bama are laying 5 right now. Incredibly high total. You don't normally see totals this high at this time of the year in the tournament. 175. 175. And you need a clean ride to get to 175. We've seen some of these really high numbers in the NCAA tournament didn't get there. You know, this is going to be one of these deals. A first half under could be worth a look. We'll get into this, and I'm an over better, but for these teams to hit this, they're both going to have to be flying up and down the court. And, oh, yeah, it is the Sweet 16. The intensity on defense is going to pick up with each passing game, right? There's been a lot of talk, a lot of people complaining, but people are going to complain no matter what happens in anything in life. You know, the modern person, not just sport fan, but specifically sport fan, they'll complain. Caitlin Clark's not on TV enough. Caitlin Clark's on TV too much. And now the big complaint is, it's only big-time conferences. Yeah, because this is new, right? And I've been saying this for years. Like, so there's a bunch of people complaining right now about the lack of Cinderellas. Huh? Nobody watches the Cinderellas. So what are you missing? You're missing Sister Jean? Is that what you want to see Sister Jean sitting there? Like, what are you missing here? You're missing Butler? You want to watch Butler play basketball? People in Indiana don't even watch Butler play basketball. You want to watch Butler play? What VCU should have, what do people want? And the fact of the matter is, like I said, when these teams are on TV, nobody watches. People want to see Blue Bloods. People want to see Duke, right? Because you either love Duke or you either hate them. People want to see them lose, right? That's the thing with the Blue Bloods. Michigan have a ton of fans. They're one of the most popular university programs in the world. They also have a ton of haters, right? People want to watch them lose. People want to watch them win. Florida, same thing. Kentucky, same thing. That's what it's all about. People like, come on, the Yankees and the Dodgers playing. Yeah, it was also the most viewed World Series in a hell of a long time. And, I don't really get it. And once there's one sort of bad narrative, a lot of sports people will go with it about somehow this tournament is bad. There wasn't this or buzzer beaters or, it's the old things were better in my day. The fact of the matter is, there are a lot of really close games, and, big-time teams nearly got knocked off, right? And we're only going to see it more, but this tournament is pretty lit, actually, and you're going to get, a pretty serious Final Four when it's all said and done. We'll go over the games. We'll get you up to date with the point spreads. We'll give you our thoughts. How are your brackets doing? My bracket is pretty good, actually. Normally I'm like, whatever. I took some shots. It didn't work, and I'm, totally out of it. I think I'm third in the SportsRage bracket pool, and I've got a bunch of teams still alive. I've done pretty well, but I'm going to need Houston to win. And truth be told, the way that the Duke Blue Devils look, I don't see anybody beating Duke. I know it's not it's not a hot take. There's there's no value. I can't tell you there's value betting on them, but watching these teams play, Duke are just on another level. It's not like they're unbeatable, but it's going to be freaking hard. Duke, you know what? I should have just pulled the trigger when I was complaining that they were only plus 350. now they're plus 230. Florida are plus 375. Auburn, taking on my Michigan Wolverines, are plus 450. Houston are plus 450. Alabama are the dangerous ones to me. And really, if you look at this, you're still getting a pretty good price with Alabama. Hell, Alabama were 18 to 1 in a 22 to 1 range or whatever, depending on the book, to win it all before the tournament started. Now you're getting them at 16 to 1. Alabama are capable of beating anybody. The thing is, they're also capable of losing really pretty much to everybody in this tournament from here on out. But Alabama are a load to deal with. I think from a betting perspective, I look at this number, it's you know what? That's not a bad number for Alabama. Duke are so difficult. I think Duke are going to beat Arizona because they're very similar in the styles that they play. Duke's going to be very comfortable playing against Arizona. Arizona like to push it, but it's not extreme. right? At least Alabama, like they're throwing a different thing at you. It's like, all right, Cooper Flag. Like if you're Alabama, it's like, all right, bro. We know, all right, you're Mr. Number 1 draft pick in the draft, right? Let's see you run, son. Let's see you run because we're going to run you, right? You got a big guy like Cooper Flag. What do? It's like, all right, let's just go as fast as possible. And that's what I'm expecting if Bama makes it that far. That Bama's just going to say, you know what? Take the pedal to the metal and let's try to go 200 miles an hour and it'll sort, it could rattle Duke a little bit playing at that pace. I'm not saying I'm not saying Duke won't be able to handle it, but at 16-1, not a bad number right now. So we'll get into the tournament numbers. We'll get you caught up today what's going on in the National Hockey League. We got a couple NBA games tonight, but the NBA game is whack. I almost rather just bet on the women's NCAA tournament. And we do have USC at Mississippi State coming up. Let's go with the over in this basketball game. It is just tipped off. Over 141.5. Let's roll.
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results.
What? How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Let's roll. The Monday Night Meltdown has begun. We're kicking it. SportsGrid Radio and Television Network, Sirius XM Channel 159. The championships continue. We've got March Madness. We're off for a couple of days on the men's side, but the women continue to play. There was a wild game tonight, like absolutely insanity with Alabama and Maryland. They went to double overtime. They scored I think they cracked 200 points when it was all said and done. Big time drama. And I saw some of it, but I didn't see it all. I've been watching the UConn game, but the women's tournament is rolling on as well right now. But we got the TGL finals, and I do have Atlanta to win the championship. It's 2-2 right now with New York. It's moving along right now. It took forever to start, but once they started, it's moving along now. We're into the 8th hole. It's 2-2. It's a best of 2 or 3. So they play a match tonight, and then they play again tomorrow night. And if they have to, they play 2 matches tomorrow night. So tonight is pretty pivotal to get the first match going. New York kind of underachieved most of the year, and then they stepped up. They've been rolling over the last couple of weeks. They knocked off L.A. Here they are in the final, and Atlanta have been pretty good, actually. So it's not a shock that they're here, but it's actually pretty good. Here's Cameron Young right now going 18 feet for birdie. I hope he misses.
Me too.
Just short, Cam. Yeah, just short. Good.
Don't worry, Cameron Young. He won't come through. He's like that guy, Gabe.
He hit it like he's like 6 inches short. It felt just in front of the cup.
That's Cam Young's game. Just a little bit
nice
short.
It's 18 feet, bro. It's 18 feet.
Hey. You guys, some guys will hit those. Anyway, I don't need them either. I'm on Atlanta like you. You'll see the highlight. I'm not sure. I'm watching this game on Demko just made a split save that like blew my mind. I'm surprised he didn't pull his groin there on that save. New Jersey almost an open net. Oh, it's unbelievable save. So we're in overtime there, Gabe. I'm on the same as you, Atlanta and golf. And if Vancouver picks up an extra point here, that could be absolutely huge for their playoff run. They scored late in this one too. The Cardiac Kids.
Justin Thomas just missed a 15-footer. So we play on right now. Nobody wins the hole. Still tied at 2. It was 2-0 for Atlanta early, but New York have come on right now. So we've got a little bit of drama here, and you can kind of feel it too. Like watching this, it feels real. Like it actually, dare I say, there's a championship buzz in the air. Like these guys want to win, but I've watched this pretty much every weekend, and the aura is real in there. Like, you know what I mean? You can tell like the players are a little fired up. They were a little nervous to start. But I got to tell you too, they're not playing around. Like these guys are throwing bullets, Cam. Like, dude, I thought I haven't seen a hole-in-one in this yet. And Justin Thomas, man, he came within 2 feet from a hole-in-one. And I was like, good, we're going to win the hole. And then freaking Xander, bro, hit it 3 feet from the pin, man. It's pretty frustrating. Like, they're literally just going back and forth with these epic shots, both these teams right now. It should be noted as well, you know, golfers like money, right? It's just that, these guys are driven look, they broke their tour up because they were complaining about money. Right? Mm-hmm. They're not happy. There's never enough money for a PGA golfer. But the winning team gets $9 million. So that's some serious, that's a real chunk of change between the players, the team owner and stuff like that, because there's an owner that funds it and invested and all this. Arthur Blank, actually. So I'm pulling for Atlanta because Arthur Blank needs the money.
No,
he's had a tough life, Cam.
You kidding me?
If anybody deserves to make another $9 million and put it on the pile, it's Arthur
Isn't that
Blank.
amazing? Hey, money finds money.
Who owns the team? Arthur Blank.
Arthur Blank.
Who owns the team.
Are you kidding me? Why don't you give me a story about some kid who's like, I'm going to make an investment or whatever? It's like, no. And two guys you mentioned too, it's actually really interesting that Simpatico here, Xander Schauffele had a great round and finished really strong at the Valspar, and Justin Thomas finished second.
Justin Thomas
in that
finished
tournament.
second. I like Thomas this week. I do.
Brady and I talked, and you talked, Gabe, Thomas has been real close, and he didn't expect Hovland to nut some shots down the stretch. And Victor Hovland, the guy we've taken, he's changed his swing and all sorts of other things. He's back in the mix and going to be at Augusta. So a lot of the big guns last week showed up. We'll see what happens leading up to the Masters in a couple of weeks. We've got the Houston Open this week.
The Houston Open, which I remember used to be the Shell, sponsored
Houston
by
Open.
Shell, Houston Shell Open. It's my boy Kenny Perry won that once. That's why I liked him. I randomly took Kenny Perry, and he actually won for me. Kenny Perry won twice for me. I used to have a couple of golfers that would win for me. I don't really have them anymore. Nick Faldo, my guy, too. One of the biggest grumps ever in the history of golf. But Nick Faldo used to be good for me. And I won a bit with Kenny Perry. Other than that, there's been a lot of losses. But, yeah, here's Justin Thomas up here right now. So, yeah, this is good stuff. So we're tracking the TGL. And we've got a women's game going on right now. And the women's tournament has been good. I jumped in. I like the over of this game. And it was 145. but it tipped off right at 10 o'clock. So we got the bet in, and we got 141.5. In-game total is currently 140.5. USC are beating Mississippi State 11-2. And look for Juju Watkins to go off. The USC Trojans should put up a bunch of points here. Another thing for those people paying attention to the women's tournament, USC are like 24. They're probably going to cover. Like the favorites have been like killing the underdogs in these women's games. UConn, played South Dakota State earlier, and it was sort of close early. And the next thing you knew, it was like 40. They're up by 40. So I'm looking for USC to rack up a bunch of points here. We got in on the over, 141.5. Connor Mack will step up and in, a.k.a. Darth Vader, and we'll get his thoughts on the Sweet 16. And we've got NHL hockey going on. Like Cam alluded to, we're going to a shootout with Vancouver and the New Jersey Devils. They're tied at 3. The Blue Jackets and Islanders are also tied at 3. They're in overtime. The Blue Jackets, Islanders, Canucks, Devils, they're all battling, too. This is like they all want to get the extra point. The Dallas Stars are up 2-0. Rantanen took a puck to the face and had to leave the hockey game. We'll get you up to date with what happened and how severe the injury was. He went down like he got shot. The Monday Night Meltdown. This is SportsRage. Bring it.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
The Monday Night Meltdown continues. This is SportsRage. I am Morency. So we got shootout action, overtime action. Columbus and the Islanders are actually going to a shootout right now. Vancouver and the Devils as well. They're actually in the shootout. They both scored once. Thatcher Demko has returned for the Vancouver Canucks again. I think this is like the third time, actually, that he's back. And, you know, it's one of the rare nights I'm not on the Canucks tonight. I'm a believer in the Canucks when like nobody believes in them and like they're kind of done and all that. But the thing is, they kind of are done. Like, it's not like Kana or this or that. They're in big trouble. Like, they came into tonight 5 points out of a playoff spot, and the injuries, it's, is it their fault that they're in the spot that they're in? Partially, right? You are what your record says you are, but at the same point in time, it's been one constant injury after another. And Demko, every time he comes back, in his first games, he's not great. Vancouver just scored. He's not great when he comes back. So I was like, oh boy, they're going to have to like go through his struggles again, like to get him back. But the thing is, Lankinen is sick. And Lankinen has worked overworked. Like, he wasn't decided to be the number one goalie. He was in the World Cup or the Four Nations or whatever. It's caught up to him. You can tell. Like, Lankinen looks slow. Now he's physically ill. And like Talk had said, we don't really have a choice. Like, Demko had to come back earlier than we wanted. And then, they sent home Pettersson, and they sent home Höglander. They're not even with the team. So now they're missing so many of their best players. I figured, oh boy. And the Devils were only minus 140. It was almost a trap, Cam, actually.
Yep.
Because the Devils should have been a bigger favorite. But the thing is, the Devils have a bunch of their own problems. Like, the Devils are mirrored in issues as well. But I was surprised. That's why I didn't take the Canucks. I was like, man, they're not big enough underdogs here. I really expected with all the injuries that the Devils would be like minus 180 or something. But
people know. Vancouver's gritty, though. Know what it is, Gabe? Some of those guys, I know Pettersson has been playing better, but this is the thing. They brought up, they got this Finnish kid. He played his butt off tonight. Can't even pronounce his name. And all these guys, like Vancouver, they stood up. Demko made some huge saves in the third period of this game and in overtime, that split save. And got to give them all the credit in the world. That's a tough place. I know the Devils have their struggles, but you're going into New Jersey on the road, desperate and needing 2 points, and they just get it done in a shootout. That's a gutsy win for the Vancouver Canucks. Who knows if they're going to make the playoffs? You're right. It's an uphill climb, but you know what? At least tonight they showed some grit and they get it done. Big win.
Oh, they do have heart. Like, there's no one disputing it. They're just talent challenged. Right? Like, they're talent challenged. The injuries have just flatly caught up to them. It's not their year. It's one of those deals. Mm-hmm. But going into this 6-game road trip, I kind of knew, all right, this could get ugly. This could get ugly for them, or they just sort of need to hold their own. Right? You know what I mean? It's not ideal if they go 3-3 in this thing. If they could just sort of split it and get back home after, and then hopefully get hot down the stretch. But that's what all they can hope for. But that's a massive 2 points for them this evening, as the Canucks just win 4-3 right now. The Islanders are desperately trying to get points as well. And they've been playing better, Cam, but I think it's going to be too little too late for George Kurtz's New York Islanders. Kurtz is going to step up and join us. And what happened right now? They're in a shootout.
Columbus
it's 3-3. Columbus just won 4-3.
Yeah, in a shootout. And Surly Kurtz. The Islanders let it slip away tonight. Gabe, 2-goal lead. Columbus is a team on the ropes. They've been playing brutal hockey. Losers of 6 in a row. And they were down 2 goals in that game. They didn't quit and left points on the board for the Islanders. You're right. They're playing better, but that's going to be a tough one. They needed that extra point there tonight.
Yeah, Montreal would have preferred too. Actually, I don't know who they want to win at this point. Can nobody win? Right?
Exactly.
Can nobody win?
Point.
No, actually, you know what? It's technically better for them. Looking, because the Islanders have 73 points, and the Jackets have 71. So now the Blue Jackets just bumped themselves up to 73, and they're tied with the Islanders, and the Montreal Canadiens up there with 75, 1 point ahead of the New York Rangers right now. And people in Montreal getting excited. The Canadiens, listen, the Canadiens been playing pretty good hockey. 5-1. And one thing with the Canadiens, there are 5-1-4 guys in their last 10 games. So, even when they lose, they're getting these games to overtime, which kind of whatever. It's all very, lame. The teams do this, but they're doing it deliberately to try to get a point.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency. Calm before the storm. Sweet 16 resumes on Thursday night. The upstart BYU Cougars, who have really been a great bet, actually, for the last couple of months. I've been riding them all year. I took them against VCU, but I did take Wisconsin against BYU. I did hammer the over in the in-game over, but nice win for BYU. Now I hate to go against them again, but I'm on the Alabama bandwagon now. Bama are a load to deal with. They're going to score on you, right? And they can score on anybody, too. Like, you hear this a lot in college basketball. They can score. It's like, yeah, whatever. High Point can score 82 points a game against a bad team, but they're not going to score against a good team. Alabama score against good teams. Like, Alabama score 91 points a game when they play in the SEC. They're going to score on anybody. So this game, the total is incredibly high at 175 for a college basketball game. 175 in 40 minutes is insane. So I'm thinking, you know what, even though I like overs, the first half total here is 83. And I'm thinking, man, they start off slow for the first 4 minutes or so. This number is going to plummet. And the problem is they could easily both combine for 83 in the first half here. And they both just might come out and just start lighting up threes. But Bama lay 5. I think Bama are dangerous. Maryland and Florida. Florida laying 6.5 right now, and the debate rages on as to whether Derek Queen traveled or not yesterday. I personally think he did. I didn't, catching it live, you get caught up in the moment and stuff like that. But a lot of people claim that no, he had the ball, that it wasn't a full travel. Yes, they weren't gonna overturn it at that point, right? It would have been a big we're taking it off the board because he traveled. They don't really call traveling anymore, right? Giannis travels blatantly all the time now. LeBron has traveled over the years. He doesn't do it as much anymore, but Giannis's big move is 4 steps. Seems like Queen took 1 million steps. It was like he started just sort of running towards the basket at one point, but it is what it is. Now they get the Florida Gators, who are only 6.5-point favorites. It's funny, Cam. People love Florida, and then UConn give them a tough game, and now suddenly people aren't so sure about Florida, but that's the nature of this tournament. Everybody at this stage is pretty good. I don't think there's going to be too many blowouts in this round, but there's a lot of good matchups. But I do think Florida are better than Maryland. I think this is the end of the line for the Maryland Terrapins.
I agree with you. It's been good. The Crab Five, like the winning like that, and Colorado State played a great game, Gabe. But you're right. I thought it was a travel at the end, and they say it's the year of the snake. Is it the year of the turtle? We talk about turtle. The women's tournament, they won in overtime today in that crazy game that you talked about. So the Terrapins getting it done in clutch situations in both tournaments, men's and ladies. I'm with you. I think the Gators are a much better team. They're not Colorado State, and if they play their A game, they should be able to blow them out. The
thing with Florida is, and yesterday we saw this, we've talked about this, about the coaches that win NCAA tournaments. They're coaches with NCAA tournament experience. Just point blank. Like the Steve Fishers are few and far between. 30, it's like 30 of the last 32 champion coaches have been in the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 before. Golden hasn't. The coach of the Florida Gators. This guy just came he's coming from the San Francisco Dons. So he built a nice program there. They are really good. They lost a heartbreaker yesterday, actually, in the NIT by 1 point. It upset me, but nevertheless, Golden's a really good coach, but he doesn't have any experience. And look at yesterday. He took on a UConn team, and he took on Hurley. Hurley might be a jerk, but Hurley's a great coach, and Hurley nearly knocked him off. So I think Florida will survive here against Maryland, but once they start to go a little bit deeper, I think Florida suddenly become much more vulnerable, right? They're not invincible. That's the thing with these deep teams, Cam. It's like any sport, but when you have basketball specifically, though, it's like a plus during the year. When it's like, oh, man, we got 5 guys, we got 4 guys, man, that all score, right? Like this guy scores 12, he scores 11, he scores 14. Yeah, but then you get into like these games. All right, who gets the ball late? Who's that guy? Exactly. Right? And the Gators are battle tested, but they're not invincible. Right, so I think at some point they could stumble here, but I don't think it's against Maryland.
What it
Duke
is,
and Arizona.
It's what we talked about. No, good point by you. Like Florida, I'm looking at them; they are vulnerable. And Duke, right now, like if you can get anything over 2-1, like Duke took on a very battle-tested Baylor team, and basically like they toyed with them, and then they pull away. Like Duke's different. Like they're way better than Florida. In my opinion, they're the best team in the tournament. And like anything over 2-1 to win, I'm with you, buddy. Like I think Duke, like you tell me, how is this team going to be stopped? Florida can be stopped. I'm not sure if Duke can. That's my take.
I think for me personally, I think the 2 teams that can beat Duke, and that's like a could beat them, is I think Alabama. And they're going to play each other. Like as long as they both keep winning, they're on a collision course here. So I think Alabama, just because of the style that they play. Right? It's like, whatever. All right, Duke. Like, Alabama, number one, they won't be intimidated at all, right? So it's not like they're going to come out onto the floor and go, oh, my God, there's Cooper Flagg, and we're playing Duke. They're going to come out, and they're going to say, man, we're going to try to bully these guys, right? We're tougher than they are. That's what Alabama will think. We're tougher than they are, and we're faster than they are. So let's play as fast as possible, get them running up and down the court. Get Duke into a track meet, Cam. Get him into like a 90, it's 90 in the 90s type of game and see if they can keep up. You're going to take them out of their style a little bit, right? If you do that. But at the same point in time, you could also argue that Duke's offense is just going to murder Alabama's porous defense.
Exactly.
Like,
look at Duke's numbers this year. 100 points, like 97. Like,
and they'll confuse them, too.
Oh, big time, Gabe. Like, that's the thing. Alabama.
Like, they'll do pick and rolls and stuff like that. Like, Alabama will be all aggressive, and Duke are smart. They'll do, like, these backdoor cuts, and Flagg will just dunk it on a million times.
Yeah, like Alabama, that's the thing. They can score. They can't stop Duke. I don't know how Alabama is going to stop Duke. If they got a game plan, like, how many points do you think Duke will put up, Gabe, against Alabama?
Probably. They'll get into it'll be like in the 90s.
Yeah,
I think it could be an all-time classic. Like these guys, it could be like a 90-89 type of game. I'm just saying, teams that get taken out of their style, sometimes, like I go back to Michigan all the time. Michigan and Loyola Marymount. Loyola Marymount played the fastest pace in the history of college basketball. And one of the players on Michigan were the defending national champions, but they weren't as stacked as the one they won the championship. So it wasn't really the same team, kind of like UConn. Like it wasn't the same team, but they were still confident. And I remember they were like, I think it was Mark Hughes. He was like, if they want to run with us, like he goes, this isn't like I think they were in the WAC or whatever, in the West, whatever the conference it was at the time. And he goes, this isn't like, a little high school bass. Like the Michigan guys talked a lot of smack. They were like, dude, these guys want to run with us. We got NBA players on our team. They're going to get killed if they run with us. And Michigan got lit up. It's still the highest scoring game in the history of the NCAA tournament to this day. Michigan scored a ton of points, but they could not stop Loyola Marymount. It was like I said, to this day, it's still the record. Michigan got murdered in the end. What was the final score? I like to forget it all the time because it was bad, but it was 149 to 115.
Ooh, no.
That's like a high-scoring NBA game. They only played 40 minutes, too. Like think about that. Loyola Marymount scored 149 points in 40 minutes, guys.
That's craziness.
Yeah. It's the highest scoring game in NCAA tournament history. Michigan hung to 50. Imagine scoring 115 points in a college game and you lost by 34 points.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, if you said 115, I'm like, ooh, what a huge win. They won by 30. No, you lost by 30 something still. That's crazy.
You know what's funny, though? A couple of games later, Ken, they hit a wall, bro. They scored like 58 points. They didn't hit any threes. Yeah, that was there. You're gone.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rhythm. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, this TGL matchup is getting real right now, and it's been 2-2 for most of the match, but New York just took a 4-2 lead over Atlanta. We're in the 11th hole right now. They play 15 in the TGL, and this is game one, right? It's a best of 2 or 3. And I tweeted out this earlier for people to be careful when they were betting this. Like, are you betting tonight or are you betting the overall tournament? I bet the outright winner, right? So if Atlanta loses tonight, we're not done, but I would prefer if they would come back. Yeah, you got hammers and stuff like that in this where you can win 3 points. So there's still a lot of golf left. Like I said, there's 15 holes here. I've seen a lot of comebacks in this TGL this year. Like being down 2. Yeah, being down 2, Cam, with 4 to go isn't the end of the world here. They
people not following,
they got to nail a birdie here, though. Win a hole, make it 4-3. We're right
Win a
back in
hole,
this thing.
You go one down, and we've seen it. Good point by you, Gabe. I've been watching this stuff, and I've seen teams come back from 3 and 4 down early to come back and win at crazy plus prices, and it's been a real underdog tournament. Not over yet. You got to get close.
Yeah, no, now it gets real in the 11th hole. Like I said, like now, all right. But here we go. They just, like I said, they got a hammer. They just threw out the hammer. So the hammer's worth 3 points. Yeah, the hammer's worth 3 points. Yeah. Connor Mack in the house. The hammer. Connor, the hammer Mack.
Like, what about curling? That's the hammer's a curling. You got that's stealing from curling. The hammer. You have the hammer.
It's worth 3 points if you nail the hammer. All right, they've accepted the hammer.
True.
If they don't accept it, the other team wins the hole. So like they get the point basically. So you're kind of you're kind of forced into it.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, this hole is worth 2 points right now. This is the putt for 2 points. It could be 4-4 here suddenly. All right, come on, buddy.
Okay.
Come on, Billy Horschel, 11 foot.
Oh, Horschel's
hit him. Billy hits it. Billy Horschel hits it.
Billy Horschel.
Oh, he's fired up. Oh, he's saying you think it's a major. This guy's fired up. He's like,
people don't understand what happened this weekend. Billy Horschel's a right-handed player. It's one of the shots of the year. He hit a left-handed wedge better than like a pro hits. Like he went other hand game, turned the club over and like hit, and then he hit like a 50-foot putt. And he was behind a tree. I'm telling you,
you should see how fired up he is, Cam, after this. Are you watching this, Connor Mack? I got money on this. This is what the Monday night is. I'm watching the TV.
Yeah, I just have it pulled up right now.
It's actually pretty good. It's the finals. They're fired up. Like, they're trying to win, bro. Like, it's got like a championship feel like to it for real.
Well, I like it because the cool thing about it, I thought a little bit, because I haven't bet really too much on it, just a bet or two, is kind of how laid back and relaxed it was. It seemed early on. Everyone's just having so much fun. But with these guys, it's competition, even if it's, even in a skins game, that when it comes down to like the last holes, everyone gets juiced when there's money on the line and you want to win. So I love to see it.
Okay, Billy Horschel's a really interesting dude too. He won in Europe and he became like a big West Ham Hammers fan in the Premier League. And he has the emblem on his golf bag. So all the Brits are like, yeah, all the West Ham fans are like, come on, Billy. They are cheering for him, and all the other fans are like, screw this guy. So Billy Horschel likes to pick fights and like fire people up. He's one of those guys. He's a firecracker, man. Like
he's got a whole fan section in the crowd right now. Yeah. They're really rowdy. Yeah. Everyone's like, Billy. Horschel. Yeah, this is Team SEC, Connor, right? The Atlanta team. So Justin Thomas, Alabama. Who's the other guy?
I can't talk about him.
Alabama,
Justin Thomas?
Florida.
I had him.
You must be sick, Connor. And I had the other guy, Bridgman. I was losing my mind on Sunday. I'm like, I'm done with this crap. Victor Hovland.
Man, that hurt so bad. 2 up, 3 to go. We're playing unbelievable golf, like for 36 holes, and then for that to unfold. And Hovland out of nowhere playing just horrible golf. He talked about it. He couldn't hit a shot anywhere. He was all over the course. And for him, congrats. And the 80-1, a few of my friends that I knew were on him.
Good pick.
But man, that hurt. That hurt.
Patrick Cantley just hit it into the bunker.
Cantley. Yeah, classic. He's the UCLA guy. He's not part of the SEC crew.
Yeah, he's a Bruin.
He's a goal.
Thinking about the sand in LA.
Goldman
Sachs. No sand here. I'm like, stay away from the sand.
Yeah. Rolex.
Whatever. Yes, they really have a bunker here too. So there's a big ass bunker. He's got to smack it out of the bunker now. All right, here's Xander Schauffele, 194 yards, 7-iron, and Schauffele steps up to smoke it. You know how big that simulation screen is. I think I would manage to miss it somehow, even though I'd be right in front of it. Like, I'd smoke it into like the exit door into the corner of the room. Bam.
Yep.
Oh,
right, here's Xander puts it right on the green. All right, we're into the 12th hole right now. Connor Mack in the house with us.
Gabe, Xander and Cantley are like best buddies. Like their wives, they go on vacation and stuff together there. So you thought they'd be on the same, but yeah, they're very, very tight. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Now that Hovland's got a game, I know we'll talk about the Masters next week probably, but Victor Hovland, man, like once this guy figures it out, that could be very interesting because he was struggling and he still won the tournament.
I'm just taking Rory. I'm going to be part of the Rory train. He gets the Grand Slam this year.
Wow.
Connor, you have an early Masters pick?
No, I don't. I'd love to see Rory do it. I don't. Like you guys talked about, next week I'll be dialed. I'm still hurt from yesterday.
You're still rattled. You're like,
I'm still a little bit rattled. Yeah, I'd love to see Rory win it. That's so difficult, though. Just what he's done there.
First round leaders, Gabe. I'm betting like 9 first round leaders and like 3 or 4 outrights this week. I'm done with the 6-pack of beers and whatever. Every time I watch Sunday, it's the same damn story. And you can't hedge because there's 7 guys within 1 shot. So you're just sitting there like a guy getting pinged off. Bam, bam, bam. It's the worst. Golf betting is like, honestly, it's a lesson in torture. It sucks.
It's tough,
I don't watch.
Especially,
if I bet it, I just don't watch it. I look at my result after.
That's probably the best way to go.
That's always a solid.
I'm like, oh, JT's top 20. Hey, good. I don't have to worry.
Gotcha.
I get mad. No, I've talked about it. You got to have patience. Like, what I like about golf, you're betting on it that you're not controlling it really. Like, your guy could be playing well, then you hear the crowd going crazy in the background. It's like, well, somebody else just passed him, right? It's not like head to head. Right, I prefer the top 20s and the matchups and stuff like that. So, like you said, you don't have to worry. That's what's frustrating about NASCAR betting too. Like NASCAR's frustrating as well.
Yeah, and I would say like we'll talk about this more, but the top 20 bets way less stress until like a guy in 18 who has a double bogey. But I've been in those markets a hell of a lot more because only one guy wins.
Oh,
you ever bet NASCAR? We'll hit this on the other side. You bet NASCAR, your guy leads for like 300 laps, but the race is 580 laps.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The 2 guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than game time decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
The Monday Night Meltdown continues. SportsGrid Radio and Television Network, SiriusXM Channel 159. I am Gabriel Morency. Let's do this thing. I told you guys there's a lot of blowouts in this the women's tournament. One of the reasons why, because the games are on their home court at this juncture of the tournament. You know, the first 2 rounds are on their home court. So I think it starts to pick up. I'm pretty sure, I think it's the Sweet 16 that they start with neutral courts, or is it the Final Four, whatever. Anyways, they're on their home courts, but USC are now leading 38-16 over Mississippi State. They're currently laying 31.5. I got the over 141.5, Connor. The in-game total is currently 147.5. I need Mississippi State not to quit because it's pretty clear like USC are scoring. But I'm going to need Mississippi State to score a little bit. I should have just laid the points. Are you betting the women's tournament at all?
I'm not. Even I have bet a time or two. I glanced at it today because there definitely is just spot like in anything you look at that you can catch a lot of value, even in a women's NCAA tournament where they win. And some of these small schools just get blown out by 40. Obviously, there's large numbers, but it's definitely where they can win. I mean, Texas won big. A few other Oklahoma beat Iowa. I saw that earlier. I think they were like 96-65, something like that. So nothing for me. So I'm going to root you, though, on here. Come on, Mississippi State. Get some
I appreciate
points,
it. All right, let's get a win. I need the win. I'm stressing out this golf, too. We're tied at 4 through 12. All right, so I'm actually into this camp. I followed the TGL. I followed the TGL this year.
I know. I'm proud of you. It's good. Hey, man, TGL's been good. It's not over till it's over.
I follow the TGL closer than the PGA. Like, I know the TGL storylines behind the scenes. I'm like, yeah, they got there late. Or I know, they had a problem with their warm-up. Or like, like the PGA, I don't. Like, but it's one of these, a new league.
Yeah, and it's quick. It doesn't take all 4 days of disappointment. That's another thing about your investment.
No, that's what I like about it. Yeah. But they got to speed it up even more now. They got to speed it up more. I saw there was a good article today. I retweeted it on SB Nation, I think it was, about the TGL. And the guy that wrote it clearly watched it. He knew golf, and he said, these are my ideas. And I agreed with all of them. I've talked about most of them as well. More teams, number one. I think other people that we need to get involved. I'd like to see Cam at Team Canada, man. Like with Hadwin, Pendrith, and Connors and stuff in this thing. Like, that would be really cool. They need women players, too, in this. There's no reason why women can't play. We're playing with a city league. Like, there should be women. There should be mixed teams and or at all. I was thinking about that. I think better mix it up, or do you come in with an all-women's team first? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go all women's.
I got an idea. Like,
and then the women's ratings spike, too. Then suddenly the women are like, beat the men's team. You know what I mean?
No, what team would you pick? Like Nelly Corda with Toffoli and, or like one woman with 3 guys or 2 and 2. You have Sweden, like the best girls in the world. You can have
you do like a university camp. Like they all went to the same school, the men and the women. Or whatever. Like you sort of like the TBT, the basketball tournament. Like, like they're sort of, or same sponsors or whatever. Like they're buddies, you know what I mean? They're all friends, but bring some of the women in, get more different teams, get some different teams in here, just so it's not the same teams on TV every week, right? Like, for the most part it was. So I had a couple of teams, and also, it's pretty cool. Like their broadcast is 2 hours. I'm almost thinking, like, do we need to play 15 holes of this? I wouldn't have a problem. You cut it to like 9 or 10 or something, 9 and then a tiebreaker with 10. And then, guys, you have 2 matches a night, Cam, for 2 hours. The other thing is, too.
I like that.
Yeah. So you get 2 matches a night. You know what I mean? 4 teams. You keep the season rolling a little bit. And also, they got to cut out, like, the introductions and stuff. Like, we don't need to see Ricky Fowler walking through a tunnel. And, like, it takes 13 minutes, Cam. I saw, like, I counted it. It's 13 minutes. It's like, we don't need this. Like, it's 13 minutes, guys. You come on at 9, start at 9:03. Like, hey, everybody, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Cantlay, wave to the crowd, and then boom, you're off and running.
I like your ideas a lot.
I don't need to see Scott Van Pelt talk for 12 minutes. Bro,
These guys also have to get
I got nothing against them.
They tape on Mondays, don't they? Like, and usually in a tournament, you go to their like Tuesday night, like you get ready for the tournament that you're at. So to your point, you need it to be quicker. You can't make it any longer. Like these guys have other obligations. You can't be like this. Like that's
no, they are. I give props to the players that are playing in this because you're right. Like. Not easy. You're playing on the Monday and Tuesday, and you got to be at a tournament on Thursday. Like you're leaving right from this, right? Like it's not the easiest thing.
Exactly.
Well, it's a lot of these guys are giving back to Tiger because this is just say for all you've done, like all these guys that grew up.
And Rory too. Rory's got a lot of buddies. They're trying to stick it to live. Like there's a lot of things that why they want to play.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos stuff.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Four. We're into the 13th hole right now, and the tensions are raising. Looks like there's some people with some money on this in the crowd because people look pretty stressed out, actually. Like, for real. Like, not fake. Like, it's not like fake crowd, like fake caring. Like, you know what I mean? You see somebody, like some of these wrestling leagues or something where, all right, kids, we're going to give you a free lunch, and, you come in here and clap. It's like, no, like, people are into this for real. All right, what's going on here? Oh, someone... Like New York throwing a hammer? What's going on here?
That's good.
I don't know. They just threw a towel on the thing. I don't know. I don't see the hammer though.
I see the line is still a pick 'em, so nothing crazy is happening. When New York went to 450, I'm like, let's get back on Atlanta here. But
what's this guy throwing a towel on the green for here? What's going on? Here's the putt. I don't know. I don't know what the hell just happened.
So match 2's tomorrow.
Sit the putt. Oh, he missed the putt. Oh, I think we're going to lose the hole. Yeah, it's a best of 2 or 3. So one match tonight.
Oh, okay.
One match tonight.
Oh, yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then they play tomorrow. And if they have to, they play 2 matches tomorrow, which seems a little excessive. I think New York, here's Cameron Young to win the hole. 3-footer. 3.7 feet. Come on, bro. Choke this. Choke. You got to miss.
Think about this.
I think he's going to make.
These guys probably don't want to play, to your point, play 3 matches.
He made the putt.
Tournament this week. Other than like some of these guys, are they playing in Texas? I got to see.
I don't think these guys are playing.
Actually, Sheffield, he's not there. Who's not playing this week? You know what? I don't think. No, is Thomas? No, I think he's off. He's getting ready for the Masters.
Yeah, these guys aren't playing anyways. They set the finals up knowing, we don't play in that tournament anyways.
Ricky,
you know what I mean? They're not playing in the shell.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the basketball with Connor here. BYU Alabama, fun game. Man, that was a real track meet against Wisconsin. We like the over here. And how about this total, Connor? 175. BYU and Alabama, man. First half total is 83. Bama are 5-point favorites. Florida lays 6.5 to Maryland. Total 156. Duke laid 9. Duke are just a covering machine, man. Duke laid 9. Total 154. And Texas Tech and Arkansas should be a really fun game. 5.5. Red Raiders are favored by 5.5. Total 147.5. Anything catch your eye on Thursday's card, Connor?
Real quick with Duke, I really don't want to get in front of them. Like, it's always, you think they might have a tight game. Could that be here? I don't think Arizona's defense, it's got better throughout the year, but this Duke defense, I keep praising it because it's one of the better teams, even with Coach K, maybe in the early 90s that he had those teams. But his teams of the 2000s didn't play this great defense. And this Duke team is just, and then, of course, the offense with who they have and Flag. So I think I like Arkansas. Let's get to a dog here against Texas Tech. I just love what they've been able to do. It seems like everyone's getting healthy, gelling. They had Fland out. They played their best basketball without him, when he left. And now they get him back. And, hey, I think they can definitely hang with Texas Tech. And I've been really high on them all year, but I think that number is a little bit big. And you're right, the last one, BYU, Alabama. I think this gets over still. Like, I just think there's points and more points. And this BYU team, the scoring, just everything that they're doing. They have, 8 guys. They've always had to hit threes. I worry it's like in any team in the tournament here. They go ice cold. And we've seen this with BYU. They rely on the three, but so does Alabama. It can really ruin a night. Can that happen here? I like Alabama, but I don't trust them defensively. I think BYU, could possibly be in this basketball game too. And they're not in Denver. They left, correct? They are, where's the Sweet 16 here?
Yeah, they're not in Denver. Duke.
They're in Newark, I believe.
Duke, exactly. They play at the Prudential Center, home of the New Jersey Devils. For the record, to set the locations: Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center for BYU, Alabama. So the Mormons go to Jersey, and Arizona and Duke also at the Prudential Center. Meanwhile, Maryland and Florida are in San Francisco at the Chase Center, as are Arkansas and Texas Tech. As far as Friday's locations are concerned, Ole Miss and Michigan State play in Atlanta. Kentucky and Tennessee play in Indianapolis. Michigan and Auburn also in Atlanta. And Purdue and Houston are at Lucas Oil Stadium. Connor, Kentucky played Tennessee twice this year, and they beat them twice. What do you think about is the third time the charm here for the Tennessee Volunteers? Interesting matchup.
I know. This was already one when I was going through a little bit of it today. Like, when I see these points, I kind of lean Kentucky, but you talked about, of course, third time. Tennessee has got to have this, of course, not far from each other, these two teams. And Kentucky has even up the two this year. Gabe, they beat them 5 of the last 6, the last couple of years. Like, they've kind of, beat them down a little bit. I was impressed by that win by Kentucky. Game 1, Troy just they didn't have the horses. They couldn't make any shots, especially they just kind of wore down. But yeah, this one it was a back and forth. Kentucky playing well. They have the athletes, or do you want the better defense here, which I think is Tennessee? But I talk about all the time. You might have already heard it from me, Gabe. Rick Barnes. I don't want him. I just don't want him right here. No way.
Yeah, that's the Kentucky way. Because, I'm going to wait for tomorrow when our boy Greg Frank is back, Cam, because we'll talk about how great Illinois baskillball is and how far they go in tournaments all the time.
I forgot about that one.
Told him, I said, I said, they always lose. They always, sure. Ooh, Illinois won one game, and then they went down.
Gabe, they went to the Elite Eight, Gabe. You know that? For Frank, mine too, yeah. That was a lawyer, I told you.
I said, speak to Illinois fans. See how happy they are right now today. But like you said, Kentucky look good. What about Michigan and Auburn? Are you buying? Do you think Michigan can hang with Auburn, or are you a pro-Auburn Tiger backer, Connor?
I have been a pretty big Auburn pro backer, but one thing all year long, so I like the total. It's moved just a couple of points. I think it might move a little more. I like the over here, because one thing there haven't been great. Their numbers, efficiency, all that at home defensively have been very good, but not on the road. And they were one of the teams that we look at top 20 offense and defense efficiency that's won the last 20 or 25 titles. Auburn 3rd, 4th all year kind of on offense were 30th. Then they dropped with that kind of losing streak. I think right before the tournament, they were 43rd. Still a very good defense, but it's just been a little bit different on a neutral and on the road. But I think that game just goes over. And real quick with Michigan, you know it, Kate, of course, as you're rocking it right now, the jacket, and you love them. They've been really good. The last game was Maryland, where they had 16 turnovers and they squeaked by and won that game. But Wisconsin, they only had 8 in the rock fight. They had 9 last game against A&M and 14 against UC San Diego, the top team in the country at forcing turnovers. So they kind of protect the ball. Watch out, watch out for, Michigan and Dusty May, great coach in the tournament.
The thing is, they're underrated in the way they play. Like the whole world, like Texas wasn't that game. Like the whole, like everybody thought they were going to lose that game. Like that was like everyone's.
A&M were 3-point favorites.
Yeah,
3-point favorites. And look, Michigan were only 2-point favorites, 2.5 against UC San Diego. They have been disrespected. Thing with Michigan is you saw this against A&M. They can score, Connor. I like your over there because Michigan aren't going to be able to stop Auburn in the paint. Like, they're going to rack up a ton of fouls. They're going to shoot a million free throws. But you see, Michigan have skilled players that can go up and down the court when May lets them. Thanks, Connor.
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the game starts so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results.
What? How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
The Monday Night Meltdown continues. And, I started the show in 2002. I never imagined that 23 years later I'd be stressing out virtual simulated golf on a Monday night. But here we are right now, and I am. We're in the 15th hole right now. These guys are like putting for like the game one win. This has been a great match. It's been very intense. I don't know if we need a best of 2 or 3 for this final, though. Like, maybe they should have just said, all right, we'll go 18 holes, and you know what I mean? Because this is very dramatic right now. But Kevin's like, yeah, very dramatic. It's like, all right, we'll be back tomorrow. I get it. We didn't need a best of 2 or 3. Like how the World Cup final isn't best 2 or 3. Like these guys rolling out a best of 2 or 3.
Too is, a lot of these guys still want to get out of Dodge, even if they're not playing in the Houston Open. Like, I would take, if whatever team wins tonight, I don't think there's going to be a third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be win, get out of Dodge, whatever.
Well, that's why I want Atlanta to win tonight, because I don't think we'll lose 2 in a row tomorrow, right? It's like they're not going to lose 2 matches in a row tomorrow. So, like, let's nail this down. I think we're going to be going to, like, sudden death or something here, because I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. We got the big putt. It's a very, very big putt coming up here, Cam. Is Patrick Cantlay 6 feet? It's 6 feet 6 inches from the cup. Just tap it in, Pat. Tap it in.
Tap it. Yep.
Cantlay makes the putt under duress. 6-foot putt. Good job. All right. Now they're sending Ricky for the putt here.
Miss it, Ricky.
No, it's not Ricky. Ricky's coming over to advise. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
Ricky's playing this week. He's actually playing in the Houston Open.
Ricky just came over to advise. Who is it? Xander's taking the show. Boy, all right.
Here we go.
He's about 6 feet too, though. Here's Xander. Yeah, it's 6'5". It's the same thing. He was just 6'6". Here we go. Come on, Xander. Miss this, buddy. And the putt. Here it comes. Xander taking his time. And here's the putt. I think it's going to miss. It misses. It rims out.
Yes.
It rims out. Atlanta wins the hole.
Yeehaw! There we go. I'll take Atlanta tomorrow night as well. Thank you.
End the match. 6-5. Final score in 15.
Actually needed it.
Rims out for Xander. Like I said, I saw Cam. I said, I don't think it's going to be good. Like, I thought it was going to go wide right. And it kind of did. Like, it was kind of wide right, Cam. It kind of went in the hole, but it wasn't a pure shot, bro. It sort of rimmed out off the top and spun out because it wasn't a pure putt. You know what I mean?
I got it. Hey,
he hit it a little too hard, too. He hit it pretty hard, like Xander. You know what I mean? Like, Cantlay did a nice job of just sort of tapping it in. Xander got a little bit of steam on it. And just boom. It ended up like 2 feet away when it was all said and done. So 6-5, Atlanta takes it.
Right. Actually, that's the worst. We're sweating out simulated golf. I need this winner after a couple of things that happened. I don't know why I put the Minnesota Wild plus 1.5 in a parlay. That was stupid.
Now I'm wishing, Cam, that I bet this tonight, Atlanta tonight. I was like, do I bet Atlanta tonight or overall? I was like, I could bet both. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go bet both. I was like, all right, I'll bet overall. You know what I mean? Because now they're going to be big favorites tomorrow, right? They were minus 125 only tonight. Now they're going to be like minus, 350 or 400. I don't know. We'll see if I can get a lineup. Let's bring in George Kurtz, who was not watching the TGL final. What's going on, Kurtz?
No, I was not. I was watching the Islanders choke another lead. Third game in a row here. Listen, I know they're not going anywhere. I understand that. All right, but I'm still a fan of the team here. And to see the third game in a row that you choke a lead that you had in the third period, then you lose in either overtime or the shootout, it's extremely frustrating. Here,
what about all the games earlier this year, too? Think about all the points Gabe Miller 3 and 4 goal leads with this team. It's been going on all year.
And then now they're doing it again. You know, with it's frustrating. It's been happening over the last couple of years, not just earlier this season, but they had stopped for a while, right? Like 3 months, they were actually good at holding leads again. And now, I think third game in a row, it's just, listen, maybe I'm being a fan here, but I don't really believe in the Capitals. The Islanders could squeeze in, could get by the Capitals. Carolina and Devils, you play the winner of that series. Okay, I don't really love either one of those teams. You know, as a fan, you have dreams. I know it's not going to happen, Gabe. I certainly wouldn't bet on it, but I have dreams. I have hopes.
I know. I'm just surprised, George, of your constant pessimism about the Yankees and Cowboys. Yet somehow you're like, maybe they can beat the Capitals, and you got some sort of little bit of thing that you're hanging your hat on. I'm like, nah.
No, we try to justify it. Okay, I can see that.
What do you think, though, George? What do you think of Patrick Waugh as the coach? Is it his fault at all? Is he the guy? Yeah, you don't blame him.
No, I don't blame. I think so. Listen, he had.
So you weren't mad, like I defended him when he took the goalie out with 12 minutes. I saw a bunch of Islander fan groups and stuff saying it's the final straw, and he took the goalie out with 12 minutes. I said, you're losing 3-0. You need the 2 points. Who cares if it's 3-0 or 5-0?
Anyway.
Yeah, like you're not scoring.
Bettors might care, right? We might care depending on what side you were on. But that didn't bother me at all. The Islanders were 3 goals. All right, so why not? All right. It says it's spinning in the wind. Absolutely. It really didn't matter here, but I didn't care. He's done that. Listen, he's been somewhat progressive. At least he tries new things. He's not afraid, and I kind of like that here. I don't blame the Islanders' problems on Rawal. I actually like him.
No, Lou Lamoriello's your problem. Let's call it up for what it is. Lou Lamoriello, the management.
It was frustrating at the deadline when he traded. I thought he made a really good trade of Brock Nelson, right? You got a number 1, maybe a number 3 here, and a good young prospect like that. And then that's it. That's all he did. And then the next day, he comes out and says, well, yeah, we need to get younger and we need to get more talent. Then why didn't you trade Palmieri, you had an offer of a number 1+? Pajot, who you had an offer of a number 1. All right, Lee, you had an offer of a number 1. I don't care if these were in the 20s. It doesn't matter. You need lottery picks. The Islanders need lottery picks, and they would have gotten out of some salary cap hell as well with those 3 players. Right now, he wants to re-sign Palmieri because he's been with Palmieri, with the Devils, now the Islanders here. Listen, I like Palmieri. He's a decent player, but you're not going anywhere with him. You're not going anywhere with Anders Lee. I think Lee's a great guy. I'd love for him to date my daughter, right? That kind of guy. But you're not going to win anything with Anders Lee. He doesn't make anybody better. He's the big body in front of the net. It's what Anders Lee is. So it was frustrating that they didn't do more when I thought they could have reset the organization. But Lou doesn't want to eat it for 3 to 4 years.
Breaking news. George Kurtz wants Anders Lee to date his daughter.
Mine. This guy wanted to.
Dude.
I don't mine. Daughter's 18.
I think I trust a fentanyl dealer more than a hockey player if I had a daughter. Oh, you're marrying a Satanist. All right. Congratulations.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The 2 guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results.
What? How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. All right, I sent my boy Tommy in Master Control a video. I see if we can get this up, actually, after George brought up his daughter. And as I was saying, too, hockey players are the worst. Like, rather a rock star. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, out of all professions, I'm telling you, this is for fathers out there. Like, do not let your daughter date a hockey player.
There's a couple nice guys, but yeah, that's the fentanyl.
Not many of them. Yeah, they're nice guys to other guys and to each other. They're not nice husbands.
Yeah, not nice husbands. Yeah, there's got to be a few good.
My grandfather
guys
was nice. The guys in the 40s are different, but in this new era and stuff like that.
The guys in the 40s were different. like what? Guys in the 40s.
It's true.
Yeah.
Guys in the 40s.
I'm home.
It's a different time, Ken. You know what I mean? Like, my grandmother was at like every game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a different era and stuff.
Just love it. The guys in the 40s. Yeah, they were.
No, I remember the guys in the 40s were clean. Yeah, we have to go back 80 years. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'll give them up to like, all right. When did they become scumbags? I'm going to say the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s were. That's when things got stupid. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
70s.
The old uppers, downers, speed, coke.
Yeah,
old,
they did it all.
The old Playboy gold chains, like your shirt wide open and hairy chest days and stuff.
Hitting guys with loafers in the stands, bench clearing brawls. Yeah,
like Cam and George. You don't think Ron Duguay? What the hell do you think Ron Duguay was doing?
A lot of stuff.
He was at Studio 44, right?
That guy's playing with the New York Rangers, had the big perm. Come on, man. This guy's going to Studio 54. You think he was drinking 7-Up there and Sprite? No. These guys is partying hard.
Ron Duguay.
I think he might be doing a little bit more than that. A little bit more than Sprite and 7-Up.
Yeah.
Montreal Canadiens, same thing. Like, I'm telling you, no, I remember I spoke to a woman once, and she worked at a at a ski resort. And she told me it's a popular ski resort with NHL players, and she said how horrified she was when she meets NHL players and stuff, and how just blatantly perverted they are and not care about anything. And she talked about a team. It was one team. I won't name the team, but I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, no kidding." And said the team, and she goes, out of 25 guys on the team, she goes, I think 4 of them actually were the only ones that didn't hit on people. That's sort of like when I asked somebody on the Calgary Stampeders, my buddy, I said, how many players on the Stampeders smoke weed? And he goes, there's about 5 of us that don't. That's what he said to me.
I don't.
It wasn't like he didn't answer how many, and not how many that did. It was more than, he goes, there's about 5 of us, 7 of us that don't smoke. He goes, everyone else, yeah, they do. It was
Stampeders. Good guys in the 40s, though. Those new Stampeders. Sure. I love it. The 40s.
I don't know if they had weed in the 40s. It's hard to find, Cam, weed in the 40s.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars.
A lot of things in the 40s, yeah.
Exactly. Hell, alcohol was illegal.
Yeah, bootleggers.
They're different era.
Yeah.
Well, Coca-Cola had cocaine in it in the old days. You know what I mean? In the original old days. George would be a drug addict now, drinking Pepsi.
Yeah,
pharmaceutical
Pepsi. Pharmaceutical Pepsi. He'd be
the real stuff. Yeah, the real stuff. So, Captain Chalk in the house, George Kurtz. What do you think of the Canucks win? Yeah, I tell you, Kurtz, I bet on the Island. I bet on the Canucks a lot this year in games that no one thinks they're going to win. I got to be honest. I didn't think they were going to win tonight. I was like, there's no way they're going to win. I didn't bet on the Devils, but I was like, there's no way they're going to win. You got Thatcher Demko coming back from his 99th injury. He's never good in his first games back. Pettersson got sent home due to an injury, and so did Höglander. I'm like, what more could go wrong for this team? Yet they won the game tonight, Kurtz. Did you have the Devils? I assume you did have the Devils. I could feel it.
Yes,
I could see
had
your
the Devils.
Devil vibe. Yeah.
Thank you. This is not a good hockey night. I mean, I guess it wasn't terrible. I did bet in-game. I bet on Columbus. I did bet on Columbus to come back against the Islanders, so I took that. Won the Dallas game, so that was good. But I'm going to lose Detroit, Utah.
You can bet against your own team? So you bet against them, but you're upset they lost.
I'm not going to blame George. I've done it. I bet against these guys. I bet against the Leafs with the Sharks that night.
If they have a lead against Vancouver on Wednesday, whenever they're playing Vancouver, if they have a lead with third period, I'll bet on the Canucks. Islanders are blowing leads again, and it gets in their heads.
Canucks are going to beat the Islanders in the next game. Canucks are going to go on a little roll here. Canucks are going to play, Kurtz.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than game time decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Red Wings are beating Utah right now, 4-1, and it's nearly the end of the game. There's under 3 minutes left, so it's 4-1 for the Red Wings right now. 65-61 for the Milwaukee Bucks over the Phoenix Suns. 7 minutes left in the third. In-game totals 215.5. Maybe it comes down a little bit more. I'll jump on the over. And the Celtics are leading the Kings 68-57. Right now, also mid-third. They're laying 11.5. Total is 209.5. 60-34 right now. Midway through the third for the USC women over Mississippi State. I got over 141.5. In-game total is 153.5 right now. I understand Juju Watkins got injured in this game, though. So we'll try to find out what happened. I'll get you a Juju Watkins update. And George, I don't know if you have an update. Did you see Rantanen got smoked in the face with a puck? I don't know the severity of the injury. Did you hear anything about him? He went down hard tonight in the Dallas game.
Not only did he get smoked in the face with the puck, when he was down on the ground, somebody skated into him, and they also hit his head there. He did skate off under his own power after that, so there is that. But no, I haven't seen an update yet. But yes, he went the concussion protocol. Well, they were winning the game, so maybe if he even passed, they weren't going to put him back in. But been a rough year for Rantanen since leaving Colorado here. We'll see what happens.
He's all right. He's got, he says that there's a bubble on his face, whatever. He's got a big sort of lump. And he did return later in the game with a face shield on. So quite the year for Rantanen. Speaking of which, too, Carolina had been smoking hot recently since they traded him. Hockey's weird. The NHL is a weird league. All right, George, you brought up your daughter before, and I saw this, and I want to get your take on this. If this was your daughter, so this is the best of X. Let's roll it. High school basketball. Look at a coach grabs the girl by the hair here. Look at grab. You know what I mean? Pretty hard too. I like when the other girl gets in. She's like, gets in the coach's face here. I like, she's like, no.
That's unacceptable.
So here it is again. Look, boom. Basically, the coach says that she swore at him. I guess that she said something to one of the players on it. The coach said she was a bad sport after losing the game. And she told whatever. She was using profanity standing there, so he lost his temper, now he's fired and blah, blah, and all this. He's not allowed to coach ever again. He's banned for life from the New York high school ranks. The athletic commission banned him. But the Hudson County now, George, looking into it criminally. What do you think? Should he be charged here? If that was your daughter, what would you do?
Interesting question.
Would you run him over in the parking lot? Would you crack him like Galooly with a baseball bat to knees?
That's right. Kurt's got a crowbar. He's waiting.
We're gonna have a conversation. All right, that's the first thing.
If I'm in the stands and he does this, I'm running down and I'm like attacking the coach. I gotta be honest.
That is assault. You grab my daughter's hair and pull her behind. That's assault. All right, technically it is. That being said,
that's not coaching. I understand coaching, even if he said, "Hey," right, and did something, it'd be like, "All right, he's just coaching." But like grabbing her by the ponytail and ripping her head back's not like coaching.
If you grab her shoulder and just pull it, all right, I'm okay with that. I may not be thrilled, but I'm okay with that. You grab the hair, that's different. It's just different. We'd have a conversation. If he's apologetic, I probably let it go. But if he said, apologetic. Well, it looks like a little bit too late. Maybe he has a history of it. But if he was apologetic to me as a parent when I'm talking to him, not in the public after. I don't want to hear that. Everyone's apologetic once they're caught. I need to know what he's going to do in private. Is he apologetic?
Ken, you want to charge him?
Charging, but he keeps on going and yelling at the other girl defending her too. Like the guy was going off for a while. It's like, dude, you can't do that. Like I'm with
George.
Thing is,
if you charge him too, if you charge him, what would you do? You charge him like he's hitting a minor.
Charges unless he's done this before. If it's a one-time thing, he lost his
in the stands, and that guy does that to your girl, you just jump down and like put him in like a chokehold, right? Like right on the side of the court there. But
I probably would be doing that suspension. If the school told me he was suspended, I'm probably fine with that. Let it go.
No, he's banned for life.
Oh, he's
right. That's probably a little bit above what I would have asked for. I'm not crazy when I want anybody that does anything to be sent to jail for
No, you can't do that. You can't grab a girl's ponytail like that. I'm with banned for life. Charges like giving the guy a record, close, but you can't do that.
If I was the father. Because, like I said, you press charges. It's pretty like you really are getting in it deep. Because this girl's a minor.
I don't want my daughter in the news. By the way, I don't want my daughter in the news. No, I'm not. I wouldn't press charges for that.
At the least, though, and they did it. So, the father, maybe the father did, like I said. But at the very least, like I said, this guy can't coach ever again. You're done. It's over. And they did that. He's banned from coaching in New York State. So maybe he can move to Oklahoma or something and start coaching if he wanted to. They'll accept him. That woke state. I can't believe they got mad at you for doing that.
Pulling ponytails of younger girls. That's not woke. That's
he's done. Yeah, he's done. He's apologetic about it. So I wouldn't press charges either. But it's the cops are looking into it themselves. So it would be up to the parents of the girl. Yeah, you can't deny it.
I mean, some say you have video of it. They don't need the parents to press charges or the girl to press charges. There's video of it. They want to press charges, they can. They maybe have an uncooperative witness, but they can anyway. Like I said,
you're right.
I wouldn't want my daughter in the news. I don't want my daughter in such Kurt's. I don't want my daughter.
But like you said,
my younger daughter would have dropped the gloves and fought him. I know her. My older daughter would have just stood there, but she wouldn't be cursing.
Like you said too, that's what if I was the local cops, that's what I would do first. I'd say, all right, let's not rush to judgment and throw this guy in jail here. But at the same point in time, let's ask around and see if anything like this has happened before. You know what I'm saying? Not just saying let's dig into this for a couple of days and just do a little bit of a check and maybe it's happened and no one told anybody. You never know, right? But I don't want to overreact to it, but he should be fired, never coach again. I think that's fair. All right, so we got baseball coming up in a couple of days here. Let's get into some baseball futures on the other side. USC are leading 64-34, so they're smoking Mississippi State. They're up by 30 right now. The women's tournament continues. The men, of course, resume on Thursday. TGL was actually very entertaining tonight. And was tied. It went to the last hole, and Xander Schauffele rimmed one out. And Atlanta now one win away from winning the inaugural TLG championship and the robust $9 million prize that comes with it. It's not a bad chunk of change. And like we said earlier, Arthur Blank needs the money. Arthur Blank, George, owns the Atlantic golf team in this league. It's a workman's-like league.
It bothers me, actually. I'm not going to lie, Gabe. When you told me Blank owns it, I'm like, why couldn't it just be like a regular investor? Like, that sucks, man. Like, that pisses me off. That's annoying. Hey, money
Blank wants
money.
a piece of everything. He owns the Falcons. He owns the soccer team.
Home Depot?
He owns this. Yeah, he did. He was the co-owner of Home Depot. I think he's out of Home Depot. Your boy, Jerry Jones. You'd be surprised what these NFL owners own. Like, Jerry Jones owns like a piece of everything.
Don't talk about Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
So tired,
Jones,
Jerry.
I think, owns a piece of Fanatics, got a piece of DraftKings, got a piece of this, piece of that. Like, like Jerry Jones, like, he's dipping his beak in a little bit of everything. All right, so we'll get you the Major League Baseball opening day numbers because it's actually here. It's time. There's been a lot of confusing messages online and reports about Mookie Betts. One minute you see that he's lost 25 pounds and he's throwing up food and he's not getting better. And then, and in reality, as Dave Roberts says today, we expect him to play on Thursday. So we'll break this down and more on the other side. Let's roll.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency, the pitch, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between. Let's do this thing. So baseball season is around the corner. We're here. Of course, the Dodgers already opened up the season with 2 wins against the Chicago Cubs. But for the record, let's congratulate the Toronto Blue Jays, your 2025 Grapefruit League champion, Toronto Blue Jays, as the Blue Jays bag the Grapefruit League championship. They go 18-10, best record in a grape. And speaking of the cactus, how about this, guys? Remember all we talk about it coming into this? There's always just random teams that get smoking hot and they just win all the time. San Francisco, I wish I was betting this run. They went 19-6.
Wow.
And in exhibition baseball, 19-6, San Francisco. So they won the Cactus League. Kansas City won 18-12. The Dodgers 13-8. Arizona 17-12. The Athletics 17-14. All right, so we're ready to play some baseball. The Mariners actually were the worst, 11-19. And who's the worst in the Cactus League? The Marlins 9-15. So baseball is set to begin. Are you fired up, Kurtz? You ready to start firing off some bets here?
Absolutely. Can't wait. Thursday, 3 o'clock, Yankees, Milwaukee, and the Bronx. Absolutely can't wait for baseball to start.
All right, so before we talk some futures, these are the numbers. 3:05 Eastern time. The Milwaukee Brewers take on George Kurtz's New York Yankees, and our condolences to the Gardner family. Tragic story that Brett Gardner lost his 14-year-old son on vacation. So I don't know the full details. So but sad story right there. The Brewers open up in the Bronx. Peralta versus Rodon. Yankees are -155 favorites. The total is an even 8. George, early pick on this game?
That's funny. I don't have any totals here in New York. None of the games have totals for whatever reason. That's actually kind of frustrating.
I've got totals for you, brother. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, because I find it because I wanted to know what the totals were of the 5 games that are being played in cold weather stadiums. New York, I think Cincinnati, the White Sox, Kansas City, and there's one Washington that I'm forgetting here because I said for whatever reason they're not posting totals here. I'm gonna take the plus money with Milwaukee. I don't know how good Rodon's gonna do. He's not their ace. He's really their number 3. Peralta, I think he'll do a decent job. Remember last year, Judge almost got booed out of Yankee Stadium because he had such a poor April here. Hasn't had a great spring here. No Soto to make up for it. Give me the Brewers here, and I'm likely to take the under as well, but maybe not.
So speaking of totals, early season. What's the weather on the East Coast right now? Is it
cold? On Thursday, Yankee Stadium, 4 is high. So it'll be at 3 o'clock to be a couple of degrees less than that. It's been very. I don't know if it's going to be windy on Thursday, but it's been really windy. That you don't want to be playing baseball if it's going to be that windy on Thursday. Right. We'll see how that is. Right today it was about 40 degrees and rained all day today, but no rain Thursday.
The Orioles are playing at Toronto, so that's in a dome. Boston, Texas, dome or retractable roof, whatever, retractable. Philly is in Washington. Atlanta's in San Diego. Looks like they've done a little bit better job than they have in the past. Like this I don't understand, though. Yeah, but this I don't understand. Like, why would you have the Angels at the White Sox? Why do you have the White Sox at the Angels?
At the Angels.
Makes no sense.
Exactly.
They're going to play in LA anyway during the season, and it's a game doesn't mean anything to anybody. Play in Los Angeles. Why are the Brewers a dome team opening on the road? Come on. I mean, this stuff's not that hard.
No, it's to save money later in the year. They're cheap. Like a good example, San Francisco's at Cincinnati. Although Cincinnati weather should be all right, but I'm just saying it's always dumb when you have like West Coast teams on the East Coast. The Tigers are in Los Angeles. That makes sense. Cubs at Arizona makes sense. The total guys that I was fascinated by, but they're not playing. They're opening up the season on the road. I can't wait to see what they do with the totals with the Athletics when they play in Sacramento in their new home stadium. Yeah.
Colorado. It's going to be Colorado. What's the
I'm
total
expecting 12.5. Florida and Pittsburgh, the total is 7. Skeens versus Alcantara.
Skeens, and I'll take the under.
The question I have for you guys is Colorado's one thing, but you guys know that league. These games are like 16-11 and stuff. Like they got to post like I think 12.5 like too low for those games. Like it's crazy down there. Like what are they going to post? Like a 14.5, a 15.5?
Eventually, they're going to have to.
It'll get worse as it gets hotter there, right?
Yeah.
So it's not quite, it's always hot, but yeah, it's like the desert basically. The ball is going to launch. San Francisco was their farm team in Sacramento, and I read and I saw a bunch of Giant players were talking about it. They said, oh God, like Sacramento, it's going to be insane. Like all those games, like Las Vegas, Reno, Salt Lake, Sacramento, all those PCL Pacific Coast League games, they're all like 14-11. There's a million home runs. The ball flies out there in that desert heat and the air. It literally it's like a rocket. There's going to be 1 million home runs. That's why Rooker's home run prop, George, is 33.5. And I think it's going to go over, to be honest with you.
He'll crush that. He'll crush that home run prop. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked, by the way, if Judge takes any kind of downturn, if Rooker leads baseball in home runs. He does have that kind of power. As you said, Sacramento, I mean, it's going to be a home run hitting haven here. Love Rooker's home run prop.
I added Rooker to my list, and, you can't play everybody. You can't play everything. But there are a few home run props. We went over some of them, but I added Rooker to the rotation. Schwarber's at 37.5. This guy is like a 40-plus machine. Are you interested in 37.5 for Schwarber?
It's a lot. Do I think he hits it? Yeah. If I have not played it yet, if I do, it'll be a smaller bet. It's a lot to ask. What's he suffers an injury, but it's a contract year. He plays 140 games. He gets that pretty easy.
So my bets that I put in, we took Ohtani, and Ohtani got 1 and 2. So Ohtani's on pace for 81 home runs this year.
Yeah. An achievement one. That wasn't a home run, by the way, but I'll take it. I was on it for any time.
Yeah, but you. No doubt, George, that if that was in North America, that's a double.
That was called back, right? Yeah. That was called, but they didn't want to take that home run. There was also no reviews that showed anything. Like, oh yeah, this is legit. But I said I was on him that day. I got a break. All right, so I'll take it gladly.
I was happy too because he hit it, and I was like, good. I got my bet in. I don't want a home run early here. No.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency. So we're just talking quickly about the and now just for the record, now Jason Tatum just twisted his ankle, or I don't want to play doctor, but now Tatum just got hurt right now. Damn, regular season is too long just to get to the playoffs. But so the baseball season set to begin, and we were just talking about the home run props. I'm going to post all my picks. I'll do some videos, and we'll do a segment before on like tomorrow or Wednesday before the season starts. But we talked about him last week a bit. I like the Bregman over 19.5. Soto over 33.5. Let me just confirm Rooker. Rooker might be 34.5, actually. Let's see. I like Rooker. I got the Ohtani play in. And I don't want to go too crazy either. So that was it. I'm tempted. I think Trout is going to stay healthy this year. I think Trout does have a good year. But yeah, I'm betting real money on this stuff. I started clicking last week on it. I was like, damn, I'm up to a dime in like home run props here. I'm not even into my team props yet. But what's your best bet, George, for home run hitters?
I think my best bet is probably James Wood, 17.5. He hits that by mistake. I mean, he can't not hit that. So I like James Wood, Cody Bellinger.
Oh, you like Bellinger, too. You love Bellinger.
I love. Once again, it's 20.5. He's hitting behind Judge. He's going to get a lot of fastballs here. And it's Yankee Stadium. And he's had a great spring. What is he batting? 465 or something silly this spring? Love Bellinger. And that's not being a Yankee fan, by the way. How does he not hit that? If he doesn't hit that, then the Yankees are going to have a terrible year.
You know, that was the player I wanted to bring up is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm trying to get his number up here right now. Let's see, Vlad Jr. I think Vlad is really going to go off this year, guys. He's playing for money.
30.5.
Yeah, 30.5. I'm going to get in on this. He's strong. He hasn't taken advantage of that stadium yet. I think he will this year. And there's a little bit of goodwill now between the two of them again for people paying attention. Right. Let's see how it plays out, but his never has turned into let's see what happens, and the Blue Jays are all in on, we're going to get this done. This isn't, this won't get that far. We're going to get it done. I didn't realize how much money he freaking wanted, right? But the Jays will get crucified locally if they don't do this. They have to keep them. Right, like people are going to give up on them, and it's just to sell tickets. Like they just spent $350 million renovating their stadium. Like people won't go. Like they need, they can't. Right, they can't let them go. It's just they're screwed. They should have done it earlier. That's the whole thing. Cam, they waited. They got blown away, and then it's not really their fault. Everything they blame everybody for them, but George too. What happened was. He saw the freaking Soto and the Ohtani deals, bro. They happened. They changed. They changed his number. Like he legit was in the 400 million range before, right? But then he sees the Blue Jays offer Ohtani 770 million. He sees them offer Soto 700 million. Suddenly he wants 556.
You have to do it, though. The thing is, this guy's playing. You know what it is, too?
He's only 26 years old, too. That's the thing. You're getting him in his prime.
He's a crowd favorite, too. Like, you ask anybody on the Jays, he's the most popular player, by far. Next to Bo Bichette, the guy, it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and everybody else. That's the whole thing. And if they lose another guy and get nothing for him, they're screwed. So you're right, Gabe. It's like the PR move. You should have done it earlier, just like you said.
But that's the thing, George, like you said. It's not popular when you're sort of right and shrewd about it. They're like, we're going to give this guy $600 million that's not really in shape, that's kind of inconsistent. It's a lot of big ask. You know what I mean? 340, 400 million, okay. But now, is he Soto, right? Is he Ohtani? No. He has not been as consistent, right? But you're getting paid for what you're going to do in the future, and he is only 26.
Listen, no one can compare themselves to Ohtani. He's a freak, all right? Because no one's pitching and no one's hitting and running like he can as well. Soto, he's another. All Soto does is hit. He's not a good fielder and he's not a great base runner either. He's overpaid as well here.
He is.
Yeah, you think? He played everybody against each other. Yankees. He had also got a perfect offseason. Yankees had him. They wanted him back. Mets wanted him. Big Cohen wanted to spend all the money. Toronto was in on it. Everybody's in on it.
But he's consistent, Soto, though. At least you sign him. He's a mercenary, but he'll show up. He'll put numbers up. You know what I mean? He'll put numbers up.
He's a great technician, a great hitter, and a very good teammate. Listen, I'm a Yankee fan. I wish they would have signed him. But that being said, he got way too much money. I'm sort of glad they didn't in some ways, especially with all the injuries the Yankees had to the pitching staff, because they wouldn't have Max Fried if they would have signed him. I think the Jays, sort of what Cam's saying here, I think they know they have to sign him. You can't lose out on all these guys and not get Guerrero. You can't let him go.
Guerrero over 30.5 home runs. Let's hit it. Other than that, you're on your own later.
The game is on. The